Good morning. I'm Monique, the Moon Mama. How's everybody doing today? I just got back from dropping my son off at school. I have had the most rigorous morning, which is why I'm sitting here with a tourmaline on top of my crown chakra just to ground my energy back into my body. Today is Thursday, and Thursday day is governed by Jupiter, and Jupiter is currently in Capricorn, and Capricorn governs our structures, our government, our legal system, our systems. Actually, Libra governs our legal system, but Capricorn governs all of our structures, time, laws, structures, all of that sort of stuff, our skeletons, so it's the internal workings that help us be who we are. And so I know there was a debate yesterday. I didn't watch it, and we also have Mercury in retrograde, and the moon is also in Capricorn. So what are you guys experiencing with Mercury retrograde? I feel so heavy and just out of sorts because I have an uncle who was just released from prison. I have an uncle who's what we call my family would be like, he's in college and he's always in prison for, violent crimes like robbery and things like that. And he's been in and out of jail for about 40 years. And he just came home again. And when I got the text that he was home, I just felt like, I don't know if I want to touch this. And then my aunt called me, who's his sister, who raised me, and she's really excited, not really excited, but just very open, like, oh, he's home, and and he has 2 children who are also grown now, who are like 40, and his children have suffered greatly because of his irresponsible behavior and just the way he's been a human being on the planet. His children are very emotionally, they're just hurting. And I could feel my family wanting to just sort of skip over that. And I'm just in this place of like, wow, like I'm sort of gathering myself to see like, what is this relationship for me during this Mercury retrograde period? Because it's Mercury retrograde, I'm going to look at how this relationship with my uncle helped me form my own opinion of myself and my opinion of men. Because he was very impactful for me as a child. Like, he was very close to my father. He sort of worshiped my father, and my father was like a lifetime criminal, and so then he became a lifetime criminal. And it really dismantled my family in this way. And it's been really painful over the last 40 years. Like, we've all, like, there's the pain, like him being in jail when his mother died and his brothers died, and just the sadness around it, and his children not having a father. And my aunt told me yesterday that he said that he's aged out of the criminal game, which I'm like, wow. But the thing that it brings me to is this experience of like how much I loved him when I was a little girl. Like, I loved this man. Like, I loved everybody in my family. They were all like amazing to me because I didn't have parents. Like, my parents weren't there. Like, usually a child has 2 parents, and I didn't have 2 parents because they weren't there. I had my grandmother, and then all her children were like a parent to me in a way. And so this was one of her children. And so I really thought he was special. And then, at some point he started going to jail, and it changed sort of everything. And so today I'm asking myself to like look at that and look at how I loved him and how I watched his humanity unfold and the choices that he made and how that impacted our family and how it impacted me and how it impacted him and where he is today. And so what that means for me, he is a Gemini and I have a Gemini moon. And so I'm always kind of connected to people who, the Gemini energy, you cannot predict Geminis. They are off the cuff, and something in me gets it, but I also understand the pain that can come from it. Like, I get it, but it doesn't mean I don't have pain around it. So I'm sad. I'm really sad. And And so I'm going to just be with this today. And this is how the Mercury retrograde works, right? It's like I'm going to spend time reframing this and looking at this today or for the next few days. And I'm going to teach a class on this next week. Like, how do we start to really look at the situations in our lives that have been deeply impactful and begin to then see what other stories we can tell that are much more supportive to ourselves, that are much more uplifting and inspiring. Not making anyone else a victim, but like doing it from the space of responsibility and as a creator. Right? That's the thing that I want to look at in this. It's like, how did I create this? And what do I get to learn from this experience? What do I get to learn from my uncle's life experience? And how can that literally empower me and heal me and transform me? And as I do that for myself, I know that I do it for everyone. That's the energy of Mercury retrograde in Pisces. What you do for yourself, you do for everyone, because Pisces is the collective. So today with the moon in Capricorn and this sort of sun in Pisces, it's really understanding that we're doing the heavy lifting, we're doing the work to achieve something, and it's not just for ourselves. What we're doing really truly does impact everyone. And what is it that what do you want to bring to the collective? What is it that you feel that you have to offer to everyone in your life, to everyone around you, to your community, to your children? You know, are you taking care of yourself? I know today I feel so depleted and so tired because I feel like I've been running quite a bit. Like my son can I tell you guys, like a 13-year-old child, whew, I have never wanted more to beat somebody. That's a joke, but it is. Like, I get it. I'm like, really? Can I just zip his lips up? Can I stop the eyes from doing all that in the head? Can I stop the ugh? Like, it's so fascinating to have someone be so who has, I want to say, it's not even about being impressed, because I don't need him to be impressed, but just so unappreciative of all the efforts that you make. And it's a little exhausting, so I feel exhausted by it today. But I have the weekend off. He'll be with his father this weekend, and I will be able to relax and work and just focus on me, and he'll be safe and cared for, and I love that. So how are you all feeling? How's this Mercury retrograde for you all? How can I support you? Please let me know. It's my pleasure to do so. If you are interested in the Mercury retrograde class that I taught already, you can ask for the link. It's a minimal contribution. It's like $9. But the next class that I have coming up on next Wednesday is going to be dedicated to reframing old beliefs, changing your thinking with Mercury retrograde, because this is the time that you literally want to go in and start reprogramming yourself. This is the opportunity to reprogram who you are, what you believe, where you come from. And if you can access this energy now through understanding your chart, it can free you in ways that you don't even understand that you can be freed. And so this is a very vital time, and I encourage you to use it that way. So reach out to me for support. I'd be loved. And then I will have the link for next week's class coming up for those of you who have already joined the Family Priestess, and I'll offer you the link, and you can sign up for the next class. And I'm going to teach how do we go in and source stories and change our thinking about them so that they can then offer us a new level of power and experience in our lives. All right, you all. I'm going to lay down and take a nap. I think I have like 15 minutes before a client comes. So I have a client at 10 actually, and I'm going to rest before then. And I just want to say shout out to all of you who've been allowing me to support you, and peace and blessings. And I love you so much. All right. Have a wonderful day. I'm the Moon Mama. Bye-bye.